Real gangsters don't cry, right? Yeah, they do. I watch them all over the internet on social media like a bunch of chumps, crying every time something doesn't go right. Every time they supposedly claim that there's a social misjustice, they start complaining. Oh man, the cop blasted my man too many times. Oh man, you a chump. I thought you understood what the gangster life was, right? You ain't saying that the cartel members, chopped somebody's head off too long or skinned them alive too much. Y'all a bunch of chumps, man. Y'all evil. If you support, right, violence and evil from one side, and when the good guys try to bring justice, y'all complain about that? Man, that's not how gangsters roll. Gangsters understand, right, when they pull a strap or when they get busy, that there's a chance that they're going to get got, right? That's just how warfare works, right? You always quoting, Machiavelli. You always want to quote The Art of War by Sun Tzu, right? But then when warfare goes down and the police have to unload the magazine, y'all crying, that was excessive force. That was so excessive. And the dude was the one who blasted first. I just watched the video. I'm not going to play the clip on here. I'm just talking about it and telling you how I feel. And I'm talking to the gangsters, right? Thugged up, right? You're probably complaining at me already. Oh, man, look at this dude. He don't know what he's talking about, man. I'm going to go to jail. And when I go to prison, man, I'm going to be like slave labor. Oh, man, you a punk. When you go to prison, man, put your work boots on, get in the field and handle your business. And when you get out, don't be an idiot no more. You know what I mean? You still rolling around with a strap in your 40s. And when you get blasted or your brother or your homeboy gets blasted for being an idiot because he's still slanging, or you wasn't man enough to be there for your son, and he's out there doing it at 17 years old, living like a savage, and you blame the system, you need to blame yourself and check yourself, right? Become a man up, right? I've been to prison, right? I failed my son. I wasn't there, right? But you own up to it. You don't keep blaming society and blaming the police officers for doing their jobs. Are there police officers who use excessive force? Yes, there are. But they're not the norm. It happens. And you know what? With today's cameras, we're seeing who is and who isn't. And more often than not, right? Cops are doing the right thing. They're actually holding back force, right? Now, in the old days when I was coming up, I remember the cops would pull us over. They'll whip your butt. Because they didn't want to do the paperwork. They might give you a black eye, give you a gut punch. But they poured your dope on the ground because it wasn't too much. It wasn't worth them writing nothing up on. Now, if they caught you with a key, yeah, you were going to jail. But if they caught you with a little bag, they'll pour it out, give you a punch in the stomach and send you on your way. And everybody was happy, including the gangsters and the thugs, right? In the 80s and the 90s, they were like, cool, whatever, They ain't sent me to jail. I respect that, Nowadays, these little gangsters, these little young thugs, they're a bunch of little chumps. They cry. They still need their mammy when something goes down, right? And the adults, the old thugs, the real ones are letting them know. But the fake ones are co-signing with these idiots. It's a social injustice. Oh, man, you chump. Man, own up, man. Be a man. Start living, right, your life the right way and accordingly. And that's all I'm going to say about that, man. Live a better life and man up to your mistakes and quit living foolishly. And if you pull a strap on the cops, and especially if you start blasting and they blast you down, right? Excessively unload their clips or their magazines or whatever you want to call it, then that's on you. You get what you had coming. And I ain't talking about an innocent person who didn't do nothing. I'm talking about the guilty, and the guilty knows who they are. They're always looking for a way out, looking for a way to escape. And they need to learn to take accountability. And if you're in your 40s, 30s, and 50s, and you still, supporting that lifestyle, you got a serious, serious problem. You need to reevaluate your life and course correct. Anyway, man, give me a like and subscribe to the Pen and the Shank. Let's get it.